Hi, Paul Spickett, Cali Sport. Going to take a brief overview of Bennington Tri-Tunes today. As you guys are shopping different boats, you're going to encounter different brands. A few things about Bennington in general. It's a benchmark company. They're one of the larger manufacturers. They also tend to be on the higher end of the spectrum on quality and price. Their warranty is unmatched. The performance of the boat's excellent. Just a brief overview on pontoons, Tri-Tunes in general. If you are shopping, you want to get into the boats and just kind of open up. Take a look at your hardware, fit and finish features. Start opening up a lot of your storage compartments, getting an idea of what kind of hardware they use building the boats. Bennington, I'm going to have to say, is probably the best in class choice for just about everything you could do with the boats from top to bottom. Their warranty is unmatched. It's 10 years on their accessories. It's a lifetime with the boat. So to the first owner, lifetime structural warranty, that's a huge bonus and a real reason when you go, well, new versus used, things like that, weighing those out, how long you're going to keep the boat. So if it is a lifetime purchase, you may consider new over used just on that fact alone. Going into the boat itself, there's a lot of features they've done with these. This is a G series boat, so you have the vertical front. The gates themselves, the panels, they're all one piece. They're not riveted together. They're specifically made for the boat. The decking, we've gone to basically seagrass across the board. Carpet is no more. Nobody's going to miss that one. That's for certain. So really nice product itself. Bennington in general partners with great outside manufacturers, Seagrass for the decking, Simtech for the vinyl. A lot of high-end touches there, like shark hide on the sides. These aren't, second-tier brands or knockoffs, things like that they've used. They're really, really nice touches in the boat. So a few things that I like to touch on in boats, whether you guys are at a boat show, a dealership, taking a look at different brands. A 5-minute walkthrough in a boat can tell you a lot about it. First thing I do, open up your storage compartments, start looking at the hardware. The stuff beyond your top level appearance, that's a lot of what you're paying for is the nuts and bolts, the assembly of it. Bennington, in their seats, they're using dual piano hinges. That's a great way to allow accessibility in here. You're going to see a lot of manufacturers that don't even attach the seat. That thing is all over the place. So just different ways to do that, but a really good, just a quick brief look, start looking at hardware, nuts and bolts. And you don't have to be an engineer to take a look at something and see if it's a good way to do it, well designed, good hinge work, good fit and finish on the inside of stuff. That holds true with Tri-Tunes, fiberglass boats, anything out there. But if it looks like a bad way to do it, it probably is. I think they've done an excellent job of giving you top-notch hardware, real usable storage in a really well-constructed boat. Another thing, if you're walking down between 2 or 3 brands, very simply, tap on that aluminum. If it doesn't have backing tape or any kind of a spacer in there in between the aluminum gates, and there's rails and fencing on it, and the actual panels, it's going to sound like you're slamming a screen door. Okay, that's not going to get any quieter either. And that's really just a good indicator if the boat was well constructed, thought out, put together, or if it's cheaply made, kind of thrown together. You can literally just walk down there and tap those, and they should be very dense sounding. And you'll see that throughout the paneling on these, anything that's aluminum. Bennington's offered some fiberglass boats out there now, which are really nice as well. Center storage. This is a really telltale one as well. This is the interior of the tune. So we've got a 32-inch center elliptical tune in this one. This particular boat is a 125 thickness, 0.125, so upgraded thickness. We're doing that on the Lake of the Ozarks package boats. But if this is boxed in, what's called a shoebox, it means that tune really doesn't have the rigidity to support the opening, so they put a little tiny ski locker in there. This actually opens up into the pontoon, gives you a really good idea that thickness of the aluminum, and then also the structure of the boat as well. All right, so just wanted to point out a few things here at the dash. Really nice Garmin display there centered. That's going to be your bottom reader. Simple gauges on these. You can do any number of digital gauges as well. Digital shift and throttle, those are all upgrades that are possible. Great sound system in these as well. The boats, I would highly recommend dual battery setup. That's something we do on almost every boat. It really saves the day out there when you've got a second battery and you're ready to go home and click, click, nothing's going on, switch over to the second battery. Definitely give that a thought. So going on to the exterior of the boat, a few things out here to point out. Raised fencing and panels. Really a small touch, but it has a big effect on this. Everything in here can get wet, and it will. Whether you've got a rainy day, we've got a storm rolling in right now, kids are skiing, whatever it is, you want this raised so it can ventilate and it can drain. If you look and you see a boat that the fencing and the gates and panels are all right there with the deck, that's going to be a nightmare as far as trying to get it dried out. Over time, it's not going to wear very well. Each one of these points are connection points for the panels. I'm moving the boat before the panel moves. That has to be rigid, okay? The pontoons themselves, the biggest thing you fight in a pontoon over time, really the reason those lifetime warranties are out there are flex. So you've got 3 different tunes you're trying to tie together into one boat. That's extremely important, the connection points down here. That's a lot of what you're paying for in a new boat. Warranty, and then also the build quality. A lot of that happens from here down. This all looks good. Most manufacturers build a pretty boat, Bennington included. Aesthetically, they're awesome. But from here down is what's going to make a lot of the difference in the boat. Hi guys, we're at the transom or the swim platform of the boat. A lot of different features back here. I want to go into this splash well portion. This is something Bennington does to give the boat more ballast. It allows the boat to sit lower in the water, give you a keel, a lot better tracking, docking, handling. It's just an easier boat to use in that fact. Really nice piece of engineering there. You also get a really good look at the thickness of these. Again, if you're comparing different brands side by side to each other, that's a starter. How much aluminum are they using? You know, what's your cost to produce, and are you buying a value or quality boat, you know, versus one that may be a little bit less expensive, but you're not getting much value out of it. It's poorly built. That's not the case here. This is extremely thick. These are 0.125 aluminum, and it's also a high grade of aluminum, H36. Also, a boarding ladder, swim ladder. This one is contoured, so it's basically at an angle towards the back of the boat when you're going to get on and off. A lot of our customers like that. It's much easier than a vertical ladder or one that just drops down, where you kind of have to prop yourself and pull yourself out of the water. This is at an angle. It should be easier in and out. One of the major points that sets Bennington apart from a lot of tri-tunes and manufacturers that are out there, or boats or years past, is the design. And a big part of that design, especially in the interior, is the vinyl. They use Simtech, which really lends itself to contouring, a number of different foams in the actual seats themselves. At the end of the day, they're really comfortable, they look good, and they wear well. And that's also covered under that 10-year warranty. I know we keep going back to that, but that is a huge distinguishing feature. You know, if all things were equal between the boat brands, the warranty alone would push them over the top on a lot of these. But really going into it, they've done a great job with the design. If you haven't been in one of the G series in the last few years, they've completely redesigned that as well. I would take a look at those boats especially. They do make 4 different series of boats. So you've got an S, G, R, Q, and now the QX and QX Sport, which are a division of that Q. The QX, QX Sport are both fiberglass hull-sided boats. The S, G, and R are fully aluminum, and then the Q series itself has a sloped fiberglass front. The boats, at the end of the day, the nuts and bolts, they're all the same. The warranty coverage, the build quality, it's all the same. So you're not buying a lesser version of a brand name. You're buying a excellent boat that just basically, you know, meets your needs better. This is a G series boat. It's in their middle of their lineup as far as the different models. They've done an exceptional job with this line, and it's really been a popular one for us as well. But I just wanted to touch on that the models, they all offer the same warranty coverage, build quality, fit and finish that you expect in the Bennington line.